I realize that most of y'all watching this channel didn't realize that I played the guitar, and the reason why you don't is because I started this channel when I tore my arm up, right? When I tore my arm up, I wasn't able to play anymore. And I had played for many years before that. You know, I started when I was 14, and I was 32 when I broke my arm, and I couldn't play anymore because my arm did not rotate anymore. And I still am very limited with what I can do now because it still doesn't rotate completely, and it's very painful for me now for me to try to play because of the injury to my arm and me forcing it to do what I needed to do to be able to play the guitar. The piece that you just heard played, I like to write music. I play other people's stuff, yes, and that's the way most people learn. But for me, most of my life is I sit down and I write, I compose pieces. And that's what that was. And the reason why I'm doing this is because I'd like to reach out to the guitar community on the internet and say that I think we're headed, or the guitar community, most of the guitar players are headed in the wrong direction. I'm not a very good guitar player. I'm going to tell you that. I'm not fast. I'm not technical. I don't know all the music theory needed and all this stuff. And, you know, the main thing I see nowadays is people just thinking that they just got to tear it up. You know, they got to go as fast as they can. They got to be as technical as possible. And they do it, you know, they're playing like 3 and 4 different parts at the same time. They're playing percussions, you know, the solo parts and the rhythm parts and the bass parts and all this stuff at the same time. And I'm gonna tell y'all, as a guitar player, it's impressive to watch. It's impressive to watch. But that's it. It's impressive to watch. As far as the way it sounds, I mean, it's cool what they're doing, but there's no feeling to it, you know? Whenever I play, whenever I write, whenever I compose, it's about what I'm feeling in here and letting it come out of me. You know, it's not about, oh, let me see how flashy I can be. It's more about how I can make a person feel. Can I translate how I feel when I'm making this piece over to the person who will be listening to it? Not so much watching, you know, oh, that's crazy what he's doing, but hearing what it is I'm trying to do, what I'm trying to convey. Does it cause an emotional response? We can't lose the feeling when you play guitar. To me, the guitar is so expressive in the way things are done with it. You know, vibratos, string bending, slides, all this stuff creates, to me, it creates so much emotion. The notes that really move you. I think guitar is to me, is going in the wrong direction. I mean, and I was raised, I grew up in to me, the greatest time in guitar players, you know, from the 70s into the 80s and into the 90s. To be honest, by the 90s, I think that guitar was dead. Yeah, you had metal guitar and stuff like that, which is a totally different thing. But as far as really expressive solo guitarists and bands was pretty much gone. And today, you don't hardly even see guitar in bands, and if you do, they don't stand out. You know, those days are gone. It's like guitar is a dying thing. And to me, I think what it comes down to, and I seen Steve Vai talk about this in an interview, is it got to where, like, especially in the 80s, through the 80s, really that's the time frame, where it was like, who can do bigger, better, faster, bigger, better, faster, bigger, you know, and people got to where I was like, if you're not doing that, you're nothing, you know. And the thing was, there's only a certain amount of people in the world that can do that kind of thing. Well, Steve Vai, you know, Joe Satriani, Ingwing, guys like that, you know, and I hate to hear about his illness and his cancer situation now, but Eddie Van Halen, you know, those guys, what they done, there's only a very small amount of people in this world. Zakk Wylde is another one. Zakk's a big influence of mine. But there's only a certain amount of people in the world that can do that. you know, they pushed the envelope, and it was cool to see what they were doing, but they pushed the envelope so hard, that's the direction everybody went. Well, now it starts to lose its appeal at some point. You know, it doesn't have the same feeling. You know, when I watch guys that were awesome guitar players, but still had the feeling, is, you know, Stevie Ray Vaughan, you know, Jimi Hendrix, Jimmy Page. These guys, you know, they conveyed an emotion to you. And that's what I like to do when I play and when I write. And I just hope maybe the guitar community can take a step back and say, hey guys, you know, yeah, we can do all this stuff, and it's amazing, the technical stuff that a lot of these guys can do. I just don't see how it's humanly possible, to be honest with you, but they do it. And then you got all these other guys wanting to be like them and wanting to be able to do that stuff. All I'm asking is, during that process, don't lose sight of what's more important, in my opinion, and that's to be able to convey something to a person that will be able to feel it. You get goosebumps when you hear music, you know? In my opinion, that's why you listen to music. It's what it brings out in you. And without that feeling, it's just dead. That's my rant on that. Appreciate you guys for watching. Hope you guys hit your notifications. And I might put out some more guitar stuff. I don't know. Now that I'm back into it. Let me know in the comment section, guys. Let me know. Do you want me to put out some more of my music that I create, or just drop that? You guys let me know. Thumbs up, thumbs down, comments, whatever. I'll see you guys next time.